You do not need a GoXLR, a wavelink, or a small loan from the bank to split your audio for streaming. I'm doing it with a free app, and in the next couple of minutes I'll show you exactly how to set it up. Hello, I'm Papa Marshmallow, and I have a tiny disclaimer for you. I am not an audio wizard and I will never pretend to be one. I am just a small streamer with an expensive microphone that I barely know how to use. Another streamer recommended this software to me and I had no idea it existed before. And since I started using it, it changed everything. For better and for worse. So let's talk about it. You need to search on Google for SteelSeries GG download. Click on the first option, and when the website loads, click free download. It's 100% free, and now you do not need to own anything from SteelSeries in order to use this software. I'm running a Shure SM7B through a Yamaha MGXU mixer, which frankly I regret buying to this day. But this software works with pretty much any USB or XLR microphone. Honestly, it might even work with a gaming headset, but I haven't tried that, so give it a try and pray to the tech gods. Once installed, head to the Sonar tab. The next key step is to go to the top right corner and activate streamer mode. You will have to pick your audio input and output devices. In your case, it's going to be whatever device you have. This unlocks the ability to split what you hear from what your stream hears. Now, as you can see, that added some icons under the sliders as well. The slider in the left is going to be responsible for what you're going to hear, and the slider in the right is going to be responsible for what your audience is going to hear. If you go to the master channel, I recommend muting the right side icon. This will prevent hearing everything twice. Remember, this is just going to be responsible for monitoring what your stream hears. You disabling this icon will not affect what they hear. Also, with the sliders, you can now control individually how loud you hear your music, for example, compared to how loud you stream it. If you drag down the slider on the left under each category, it will lower the volume for you while your stream is still at full volume. That's if you didn't move the slider to the right as well. And the same goes in reverse. Let's say you fully want to blast the music, but you don't want to have to pay for hearing aids for your viewers. Just drag the slider to the right down and let yours fully blast music through the roof. Hey, Future Marshmallow here. Throughout the video, I forgot to mention some key steps, so I'm gonna jump in every now and then to make sure that everything is as clear as possible. Like right now, for example. Make sure that under each channel you want to send to your stream, this live icon is checked. If this live icon wouldn't be checked, then no matter how perfect it's gonna look in the software, it won't send any sound to OBS. Also, in case any of the channels are grayed out like this, you can go ahead and activate them from here. Now that being done, you'll be able to monitor whatever goes through this channel. You've got access to 5 channels, but we will only talk about 4 today, as I think that those are the most important ones. These let you assign different audio sources to separate audio channels, and you can see all of them on the top. The game channel is where all the game sounds are going to be routed to. Your Discord audio, for example, will be routed to the chat channel. The media channel is for music, or as I use it, for everything that comes through Chrome. I also play music through YouTube, so I guess that checks out. And finally, the microphone channel. This is where we'll go and make changes to how your microphone is going to sound. Another quick disclaimer, the more I'm using this tab, the less happy I am with it, but keep in mind that every setup is different and maybe for yours is gonna have different results. Let's go inside and I'll explain everything that it can do for you. So that way you can at least make an informed decision for yourself. First off, we have the EQ. This tab can obviously change how your voice sounds. But if you don't know what you're doing just like me, I would recommend just picking a preset. I use the Alias Pro Boom Arm because I think it just works with my voice. Clearcast AI noise cancellation. I tried it and it makes me sound like I was speaking through a soggy McDonald's straw. It might work for you, but I would strongly recommend that you leave this one deactivated. Then we have noise reduction with background and impact. This can be lifesavers if you are willing to lose a little bit of your microphone's quality. But hey, if your keyboard sounds like a machine gun and your dog thinks it's a co-host, this might be your only option to get rid of them. Then we have the noise gate. This one absolutely killed me. I'm co-streaming with my wife in the same room. I was trying to set it up in a way where my audience doesn't hear her twice, as we were talking on Discord as well. And for the next 4 hours, it literally made me sound like I was teleporting mid-sentences. Then we have the compressor. This one smooths your volume levels. Keeps you from whispering 1 second and going fully responsible for your viewers having to learn sign language. This can also help if you find yourself having more of a quiet voice and your microphone is struggling to pick up your voice on stream. It's not 100% foolproof, but it can help. However, if your room is noisy like mine is, it can pick up background noises too, from your computer fans to the air conditioner. Just test it before you go live. It's really important to do so, as when the story with my wife happened, I went live thinking that I sounded crisp, and obviously I didn't test it. This is more of a situation of do as I say and not as I do. God, I feel like a Romanian priest right now. Ugh. But hey, that's a streamer life. We make mistakes and then we tell strangers on the internet about them. Now let's take care of the channels that I think that most people are interested in. Open something like Spotify or YouTube and drag it into the app section in the media channel. Now open Discord, go to settings, voice and video, and then under input device, set SteelSeries Sonar microphone. And under output device, Select Still Series Sonar Chat. And with that done, Discord should now appear in the app section under chat and the microphone channels. If it doesn't, just drag it manually from wherever it pops up into the app section of the chat channel. And if that still doesn't work, then try to restart your computer. That fixed it for me before. I had some weird stuff going on with it as well. The good part about this is, if you set it up once, then that's it. You never have to touch it again. Alright, now it's time to hook it up to OBS. Go to the settings, audio tab, and then disable desktop audio and mic audio. Instead, we will manually add your microphone, game, chat, and media as audio sources to your scenes later on. Yes, I know that this is annoying, but that also gives you full control over your audio on stream, and in my opinion, that's worth it. Then, still in the settings, go to the output tab, streaming, and then select Twitch VOD track as on. Here you will have to set it up on channel 2. That way your audience will still hear music while you're live, but Twitch won't nuke your VOD for playing music. This is also an important thing to know. You can still get striked with a DMCA complaint while you're playing music live. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a lurker that really doesn't like you, and it's hate watching you, and whenever it hears you play music on the stream, it can then go and make a complaint to Twitch that you're listening copyright music on stream. I personally use it to keep my VODs clean, so then if something interesting happens on the stream, I can clip it and then share it to my other social medias. I absolutely 100% have never and will never play commercial music on my streams. Now we can just hit apply and then close the setting tab. You will then have to go into each scene and add what audio channels you need in the source tab. For example, in a gameplay scene, this is what I would add. I would add the media channel, the chat channel, game channel, and microphone. And if you don't know how to manually add an audio input, you select the desired scene, go to the sources, hit the plus, then go to audio input capture, name it as you wish, and then hit OK. Then under device, select Still Series Sonar Microphone and hit OK. Mine appears like this because I had to mute it so you don't hear me twice. Then you can do the same thing with an audio output device. You hit the plus, audio output capture, name it as you wish, hit OK, and then under device, I'll select media, but you can select whatever you desire. Hit OK, and then they all should appear in the audio mixer. Next, go to the settings in the audio mixer tab and unlock media from track 2. So Spotify or YouTube doesn't get picked up in your VOD. Everything else you need to leave on track 1 and 2. That way it can still get picked up on the VOD. If you have any questions about the video or you just want to hang out, I stream every weekend at Twitch/PapaMarshmallow. I'll just be there oversharing everything like I usually do, while trying my best to help you with whatever trouble you're gonna run into. That includes both this video as well as some other problems that you have with your stream. Maybe I know the solution, so just pop in and ask about it.